Welcome to Plumbing Done Right, your guide to common plumbing problems and simple ways to fix them. Created and designed by The Training Factor. You have a big responsibility as a maintenance technician. When service calls come in, your timeliness and efficiency could mean the difference between a happy resident and one who may want to find another place to live. In 2002, water and mold damage cost insurers $2.5 billion nationally. Most of these claims typically start out just from smaller problems that are overlooked and then turn into major problems. In this course, we are going to focus on typical smaller problems that you should easily be able to handle. As with everything, it is important to remember safety first. Depending on the job, you may need different equipment to ensure your safety. Items such as gloves, eye protection, and good work clothes. These are items that are essential when handling plumbing issues. You never know the bacteria content that could be contained in the water or around the work area, so it would be a good idea to wear gloves and protect your eyes in case of spraying water. The point is, ascertain the situation and make sure you are prepared. You will also need to use discernment for each job. There may be some jobs that are too large or complicated for you, in which case it may be wise to call a professional. Make sure you are in work smarter mode. Time, money, and customer service can go down the drain if you don't plan ahead before starting a job. Assess the job you're about to work on. Think to yourself about the tools you will need or any special supplies necessary. Assess how a job can be done with the least amount of inconvenience to the resident. Make yourself a mental plan. Take yourself through the steps necessary in order to get the job done efficiently. Okay, it's time to get to work. Let's go over some basic plumbing tools and review different plumbing situations that you may face on a day-to-day basis. And pay close attention. At the end, there will be a short quiz. I know you will do great. Here's a list of tools you will need for handling a variety of common plumbing projects. Adjustable locking pliers. Adjustable pliers with jaws that lock in place to clamp securely on an object. Adjustable wrench. Movable jaw allows adjustment of wrench to fit a variety of bolt heads and nuts. Basin wrench. This tightens or removes hard-to-reach faucet mounting and coupling nuts. Closet auger. This is designed to clear clogs in toilets without damaging the porcelain surface. Flanged plunger. Folds up into a cup during use. Then it discharges a forceful burst of water to clear clogs in toilets and sinks. There are 4 typical problems with pop-up drains. The stopper won't remain in the closed or open position. The stopper won't lift the control. It won't hold water. Or water leaks from the pivot ball under the sink. None of these issues are too challenging for you to handle. Make sure you have needle nose pliers, water pump pliers, a wire brush, and some vinegar. Let's start with fixing a water leak from the pivot underneath the sink. Usually a water leak from the pivot is because the gasket has worn out. Use your pliers to loosen the retaining nut. Remove the pivot rod, ball, and gasket. Remove the gasket and replace it. Reassemble the pivot rod, ball, and gasket. This should fix the problem. Test it to make sure leaks are no longer present. What do you do when the stopper won't stay open or closed? This is because your pivot ball nut has not been adjusted properly. Use your pliers to gently tighten the nut until the stopper maintains the open or closed position. How about when a stopper won't lift out? In this case, you will need your needle nose pliers. Loosen the set screw and pull the clevis down until the stopper pops up. Once you have determined that the stopper is at its proper height, tighten the set screw. Our last typical problem is when the stopper won't hold water. Usually, it's the seal under the stopper that is preventing the water from staying. First, remove the pivot ball retaining nut. Pull out the pivot rod and lift out the stopper. Soak the stopper head in vinegar. Use your wire brush to give it a good cleaning. Carefully inspect your work. Once satisfied, reassemble the pivot rod, nut, and stopper. There are times when traditional methods of unclogging a drain just won't work. Some clogs are too stubborn to use a plunger or drain cleaners. At this point, it may be easier just to replace the sink trap. The tools you will need are water pump pliers and a bucket. Make sure you are wearing protective gloves for this one.